Thank you so much. Thank you very much for giving me this great opportunity for me tonight, especially the program and the following 5 items. We have 5 items. Item number 1, opening the ceremony, reciting the Namo Tassa 3 times. Item number 2, introduction of the speaker. And item number 3, speaker will talk and share his experience. Item number 4, Q&A session. Item number 5, closing and Buddha Sasana student dictator 2. According to item number 1, Venerable Sangha, respected teacher, distinguished speaker, dear Dhamma friends and ladies and gentlemen, a peaceful and joyful evening to you all. Welcome to this gathering of the Tawagu Ideyu Forum. My name is Siddhaura from City Buddhist Academy in Stanley, Yangon. And it is my humble privilege to serve as your moderator for today's session. We are here today into the topic that resonates deeply with the heart of every Buddhist culture in the revival of Buddhism in India. It is a subject that connects our secret past with a dynamic living present. Now, shall we begin our program reciting the Namo 3 times together?
Namo
Thank you. Got into item number 2, so introduction of the speaker. Our distinguished speaker for today is Mr. Rahul, a scholar from the prestigious Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies at the University of Mumbai, India. And now, really scholarly tonight. Mr. Professor Dr. Rahul, his research interested in his skillful in Pali Vinaya and Sutta literature and Theravada Buddhism, Buddhist pragmatic science, Buddhist history, Buddhist education and culture, socially engaged Buddhism, Buddhist art and architecture, and archaeology and Buddhist philosophy and meditation. The speaker, professor, can speak skillful in 4 languages: English, Hindi, Marathi, and Pali. Really, it's amazing. 4 languages. And now let me read about the professional summary of our speaker. University postgraduate faculty with enhanced skills to demonstrate subject specialization of Pali language, literature, Buddhist study, and archaeology of Buddhism through experience, motivated and enthusiastic to foster a great learning atmosphere through curricular innovative teaching methods. His work experience: visiting faculty, Department of Pali, University of Mumbai from academic year 2017 till date. For MA Pali and Buddhist study, BA, MA 5 years, integrated course in Pali, diploma and certificate course in Pali literature and Buddhist study. His teaching staff: Mahabodhi Research Center, MBRC, so academic year 2022 till date, diploma and certificate course in Theravada Buddhist study. Resource person: Department of History, University of Mumbai, academic year 2017 to 2023. for MA Part 2 for its subject, History of Buddhism. Subject is part for Buddhist pilgrimage and Buddhist rock art architecture site. Maybe I'm going to read like very summary, not full. The speaker got award, Buddhist Study Excellence Award 2024. Dr. B.K. Ambedkar, 2025 for Education Excellence. Achievements represented India at First Asian Buddhist Summit 2024. Represented India at 20th United Nations Days of Wisdom Conference and Celebration 2025. The conference seminar, workshop, and webinar, state 45 and national 50, international 40. He also published 13 articles and faculty of orientation A+. So value added course 14. So very scholarly here. And his academic profile, an ET Junior Research Fellow Pali, December 2015, and in ET Buddhist Jina Grandeur and Peace Study, July 2019, and also 2020, comparative study of religions. Doctor of Philosophy and PhD in Pali and Goan research topic. Education and culture from Pali literature is pragmatic role in revival of Buddhism study. He got Master of Philosophy and MPhil in Pali research topic, Dhammasarika, the rule of pragmatic for spiritual development, Department of Pali, University of Mumbai, December 2016. Also, Master of Art in Pali and Department of Pali, University of Mumbai, August 2015. Master of Art in Buddhist Study, International Center for Buddhist Study, RTM, Nagpur University, June 2022. 2 years postgraduate advanced diploma course in Pali, Department of Pali, University of Mumbai, May 2017. And postgraduate diploma in Buddhist Study, KJ Samaya Center for Buddhist Study. This one, I don't know how to pronounce this, the university names. It's difficult to pronounce. Sorry for that. And postgraduate diploma in archaeology, Sanya, this university names.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, September 2021. And postgraduate diploma in Dr. Prabhasi Ambedkar Thoughts, the Department of Dr. Ambedkar Center for Social Justice, University of Mumbai, June 2018. And yeah, thank you. This is the review of our speaker. This is item number 2. According to item number 3, our speaker will share his experience. The speaker, professor, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Should I begin?
Yeah, this floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful introduction, Venerable. First of all, I'm thankful for the entire organization for inviting me to speak on a specific topic related to India. So I'll be sharing my screen. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so my today's topic which I'll be speaking on, is on culture and revival of Buddhism in India. So to introduce about the topic here, so we know that for about 25 centuries, Buddhist idols have guided and influenced the lives and thoughts of countless human beings in many parts of the world. It's not only in India, but it's across the part of the world. As we know, the Dhammaduta which was sent to your country at Myanmar also, and to Thailand, to Persia, to various countries, and within the region of India, at Banvasi, Maharashtra, Maharashtra, Gandhara, in the course of time of Emperor Ashoka. So, as a lay Buddhist, our own experience and discovery in life are not enough to give a true perspective on life. Bring ourselves closer, the ideal of well-balanced man and woman. We need to acquire, at least in outline, what is called a grounding culture in the Buddha Dhamma. Because when the culture is apparently important for Buddha Dhamma, the Sangha will also play a crucial role altogether. Now, what is culture? The culture reveals to ourselves and others what we are, what we see, what we perceive. As we see in Pali, it's called Kaya, Vacha, Mana altogether. It gives expression to our nature in our manner of living and thinking in the context of art, religion, ethical aspiration, and knowledge. Broadly speaking, it represents a one end to contrast to mean. This is what the introduced of culture to all, everyone. Now, what is the definition to define a culture? The definition of a culture is a system of shared beliefs which are shared from one community to another community, one area to another area, one geographical location to a different geographical location, or traditions and rituals going hand in hand, such as values, customs, behaviors, and artifacts that the members of society used to cope with the world and with one another, which are transmitted from one generation to a generation into learning and practicing. This definition points to four important characteristics uh, stressed or expressed by the cultural revivalist. Because in today's time, we need cultural ambassador. At that time, how we had a Dhamma ambassador to propagate Dhamma across the world. So now we need a cultural ambassador to promote the cultural doctrine to everyone, such as symbolic composition, systematic patterning, learned transmission, and the societal grounding, how the society can come together to form a new aspect of the teaching of Buddha, which the doctrine which was said by the Buddha almost 2600 years to everyone, so that this culture which can revive a different aspect altogether. Since we know, since ancient time, Buddhism has been a cultural meditator in Asia, because everywhere whenever we see across the world, when we want where there is a war, there's a famine, we want to have peace, every time the word of the doctrine of Buddha comes into picture. So everyone looks to Asia, that how Asia, especially India, is the focal point or the center point in the context of Buddhist doctrine. So what kind of cultural aspect does India plays? Because we know the land of Asia is India. So culture can also protect and promote any religion. To take it further, it is not only the culture, it is about how to be a cultured Buddhist. The focus is not only on the culture aspect, but how to be a cultured Buddhist. So this is what an important aspect. This has been taken from the book of The Cultured Buddhist by Robert Pagoda, the Bodhi Lake publication. He emphasizes here. In Buddhism, the ultimate goal, is the perfect embodiment of culture. He is the one who is the ambassador of culture. He has grown to the depths, to the highest possible limit of human evolution. How the human evolution? Because human evolution relates to cultural evolution also, and human evolution relates to cultural revolution. He has emptied himself of all selfishness, all greed, hatred, and delusion, and embodies flawless purity and selfless, compassionate service to himself and to the mankind and to the society. Things of the world do not tempt him, for he is free from the bondage of selfishness and passion, that is lust, greed, delusion, raga, dosa, moha. He makes no compromises for the sake of power, fame, individual, or collective. So the cultured Buddhist is the way that leads to Buddhist culture. It's not only the Buddhist culture which has to be emphasized, but the transformation to become a cultured Buddhist is the main source of the entire aspect today's time as we need now. So, how to perceive a culture now? We should therefore think of culture in this way, beginning with the regular observance of the minimum five precepts. As you know, the Panchasila, because the five sealers are the benchmark to transform every individual life or every individual society or every nation or in the entire world. Because the sealer, the precepts, if followed appropriately by men and women, by the Upasin Upasika, by Bhikkhu Bhikkhuni, everyone on this earth will literally live in happiness. And that is what the lotus or the flower of the beauty can be seen from the culture. So the positively and negatively gradually reduce our greed and hatred. That's raga, dos, and moha. That's we won't say that it can be directly, but step by gradually, slowly and gradually, we have to eradicate it and come out to a new society or the Buddha Dhamma, which emphasizes the world. So simultaneously, we develop good habits of kindness and compassion, because kindness and compassion, it's metta and karuna, or the four Brahma Vihara, we say the metta, the karuna, the mudita, upeka, are the fundamental aspects of any circle of culture, because that correlates, that is the wheel which push or which tries to balance the entire flow of culture. Because when the metta and karuna are the two wheel which lead towards happiness and help us to eradicate greed and hatred. Honesty and truthfulness, we have to be honest, have to be truthfulness, chastity and hatefulness. Steady, wholesome habits are the basis of good character. With no culture is possible. Because when we see culture, it is about how we try to react, how we try to speak, how the body reaction, the mental action, and and the speech that defines how we are trying to perceive a culture. That should come from our habit. Then, little by little, we become great and cultured Buddhists. Such person is rightly trained in body, speech, and arts, kaya, vacha, and mana, and becomes disciplined. We breed refined human being able to live in peace and harmony with himself and others. That is the way how the culture is perceived. And this is indeed the Buddha's Dhamma. And the Dhamma, the Buddha Dhamma together helps to develop the entire Sangha. So now coming to the topic, especially the revival of culture, and especially in the aspect of India, as we know why it is more important. So Buddhist culture is a perennial, and so is the today it is as it was in the Buddha's time, almost at present at almost 2,600 years. It is also self-sufficient, self-consistent, and self-sustaining. Means the teaching of the Buddha, the Buddhist culture is still self-sufficient, which can try to develop, and self-consistent, still going on, and sustaining with the roots within the land of every country. Cultured Buddhists can tell or can say or can understand what is good, what is bad, what is right from the wrong, the true from the false. He can weigh the evidence skillfully, and his Buddhist culture background makes him judgmental or wise. This is what an important aspect which has to be understood, because what happens, we only see the aspect of Buddhist culture through art or different form, art, literature, Tipitaka. But is this kind of culture transforming the human to a cultured person? Here we are mentioning as cultured Buddhist. It doesn't mean it should only be a cultured Buddhist. It should be a cultured human being altogether. But we are focusing on Buddhism. So I'm saying it's cultured Buddhist. So what kind of revival we need? It is not only for India, but across the Asia, across the world. So these are the important aspects which are almost five. Connecting with monastic education becomes six. So the first is the monastic education. How the monastic education plays a crucial role, a crucial emphasizes on revival. Then awareness of effective pilgrimage, not only pilgrimage, what awareness of effective pilgrimage is important. Then we know in this aspect we have relics of the Buddha, his chief disciples, Sariputta, Mahamoggallana, Arhanta. So how to venerate the relics? Veneration of relic is also part of a culture. The important aspect is the Vesak celebration or the Buddha Purnima or Magga Purnima, Katina Chivardana. So the importance of full moon day, how the grand celebration of these days will revive the culture. Then for this, for veneration, for pilgrimage, for Vesak celebration, we need to learn Pali language literature. Without this, nothing is possible. And for understanding this, we have to go to monastic education. Somewhere or the other, we have to become a Samnera or a Samneri, or to a point of time to be ordained as a bhikkhu or a bhikkhuni. Because there we get a complete view, overview of the Vinaya. And this all five things connects to one dot. That is the meditation, the mindfulness meditation. It's not only meditation, it's the mindfulness meditation, which through his actions can be perceived that he is a cultured Buddhist, not only following a culture, but becoming a cultured Buddhist. So here, starting from my own self, because when we try to point someone else, it's better to point ourselves first. As I mentioned to you, without giving a particular time of our life, maybe whatever period of time, maybe a month or 3 months or a year, to to get uh, to dive within the ocean of Sangha, where we get an overview or understanding directly from the Vinaya that how the monastic education moves around. And that is the basis of entire culture. Because as we know, in the ancient period of time, in the Buddha's period also, monastic education was the upper hand. Because when we see lot of Buddhists, so lot of lay people or laity had been interacted with the Buddha, his chief disciples, and enter the Sangha and got an overview of directly the monastic tradition and the education that has revived their culture. And that is why Buddhism was one of the leading religion, or Buddhism has spread across the continent because the education was directly given from the monastic curriculum. And we see the different universities like Nalanda, Trishila, Odanpuri, Telhara. This all education center was the platform where Chinese travelers like Fa Yan, Huansang, Aising, and very much renowned scholars came to India to understand the monastic education. So this is the foundation of any to revive the Buddhist culture in India. And in India, we have to start from a smaller scale to an upper scale, that is from the initial stage toward the monastic education. It's not only getting ordained, but while getting ordained, we have to learn parallelly. We have to implement the monastic education in a daily practice. It's not only for just got ordained and then we have learned the entire schedule, and after coming back normal life, we forget everything. No. When it is applied as an application to our own self, that kind of revival of culture in India will certainly bloom, and also not in India but across the Asian countries, because monastic education plays a crucial role, because that is a training institution where we can try to rectify our fault, rectify our negativity, rectify our evil habits, and inculcate good knowledge into ourselves. It's not only about practicing, but also trying to work as a samnera or a samneri or a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni to revive the monastic tradition in different aspects. So I got an opportunity there to see the manuscripts, the ancient manuscripts, how the manuscripts were there, and how the rereading have been done. And especially as we know in Myanmar, a lot of manuscripts have been reread and been protected or preserved because of the monastic education. And this is all because the bhikkhus and the bhikkhunis or the Samnera and Samni are trying their very hard to protect this kind of tradition, which can help the coming generation to understand the essence of this monastic tradition. So it's not, as I myself had gone through the parameter of to understand what are the Vinaya, how the Vinaya practice has to be done. So similar, the Samnera training has been conducted in India also at the initial stage for a particular for 10 days or 1 month. So the Sekya rules, how to stand, how to eat, how to wear, how to speak, how to see. This 75 secure rules have transformed in today's management period or the personal development curriculum. This is everything is given by the Buddha in the ancient period. And this kind of tradition, if we follow diligently, literally the culture, the essence of culture of Buddhism or doctrine of Buddha Dhamma will try to bloom on a larger scale. And India needs this kind of culture where an individual from a family has to go through it. As you know, in Myanmar, in Bangladesh, in Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, everyone from a family tries to go through the monastery tradition. So if this is applied directly in India, maybe a male or female, somewhere he or she will get the seed within himself, can be bloomed or nurtured with the help of great masters and teachers of the monastic tradition. So we also try to apply this kind of training, period training for the students or for the children so that they can get a big benefit for the coming time. So this was the first aspect of of the culture, that is monastic education. Second now, second is about Chaitya Charika or pilgrimage. So we know from the Tipitaka, especially from the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, that is from the Digha Nikaya, from the Sutta Pitaka, when the dialogue between the Buddha and Venerable Ananda, after you going, how the upasaka or the upasika or the bhikkhu or the bhikkhuni can venerate you or can meet you or can interact with you if they want to speak to you. So the Buddha said, yes, that's the only way you can meet me is through the charika, the coming to me at the four places where I was born, Lumbini, where I attend enlightenment, that is Bodh Gaya, where I preach the first sermon, that is Sarnath, and where I attain the uh, Parinibbana, or we say as Mahaparinibbana, that is Kushinara. So this flow play, the Chatu Mahathana became Attamathana, and Attamathana became Solasamathana. Slowly, gradually, it developed. And we know the pilgrims who tried to develop the site, starting from Emperor Ashoka, uh, visiting in his life and building edicts, inscriptions, and pillars at this point, that these are the landmark of the entire Buddhist pilgrimage, or the Chaitya Charika, or Dhamma Charika, as we say to get today also. So after Emperor Ashoka, it was Fayan, then Yuan Sang, then I Sing, then we have Dharma Savin, then we have Taranath. When we come across the period of Sir Alexander Cunningham, tried to develop this site by reading the travelogue details of the Chinese pilgrims. Then we have Koreans also coming there. Then we have Sir Aaron Arnold, who wrote a poem called The Light of Asia. Then altogether we have different scholars like Anagi Dhammapala, who revived the tradition of Mahabodhi, Bodh Gaya, the Sarnath, places which were lost or forgotten. And then we have a revivalist in India known as Dr. Gauss Ambedkar, who himself, before his last breath, 1 week before his last breath, completed the pilgrimage as said by the Buddha in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So the tradition of the pilgrimage is also important, and how to do pilgrimage. That is the effective way of pilgrimage. It's not just going on pilgrimage and coming back. No, uh, do we develop the aspect of Saddha, the faith, because the faith and Samvega are the two crucial points which balance the pilgrimage. When we have the Saddha, the faith, and the Samvega which we receive, which we get into it while walking on the pilgrimage, walking on the footsteps, walking on the Buddha Pada, that transform towards the Sila, the Dana, the Khanti, the Metta, the Bhavana, because this goes hand in hand together. It's not because pilgrimage is a platform to fill the pots of the paramita by drop and drop. So there is the aspect that we have to in a lifetime visits once in the lifetime to the Dhammacharika or Chaitya. Because Buddha said, if we have that saddha, we have that purity in our mind, and if we die on while on this pilgrimage, because our mind and body and speech are all in pure form, so literally we'll attain the Sugati. It's already mentioned in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, and also in the Samvejaniya Sutta, or in the Arya Parisena Sutta also. So we get importance of this pilgrimage site, how to visit there. So it's about Saddha, it's about Sila, it's about Dana, it's about Khanti, it's about Metta, it's about Bhavana, and a proper teacher in life. Because if we have a proper teacher, proper guide, certainly we are completing the pilgrimage in the way the Buddha has mentioned in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So, in today's time, India needs to revive this culture of pilgrimage, walking all together in completely white, as we can see the white pigeon all together, or the white swan coming together and meeting the Buddha, interacting with Buddha on the pilgrimage, and feeling the vibes of the purity the Buddha had walked at that point of time in Majjhima Desa, and feel it and take the memories back in a lifetime. So it is not only going on pilgrimage on the four places, as I mentioned to you in the Majjhima Desha, but also to the places of India, especially the places we come across, like we know the Buddhist circuit has developed on a gradual scale. So the Buddhist The Buddhist circuits such as the Maharashtra Buddhist Circuit or Odisha Buddhist Circuit, Telangana, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, because Madhya Desha comprises of today's Bihar and Uttar Pradesh and Nepal. But this also the Buddhist circuit which needs to be revived. And this Buddhist circuit, as we have in Maharashtra, the Buddhist rocket sites, this has to be revived. When we as an Indian visit this site and see how the ancient traders or merchant or the bhikkhus or bhikkhuni used to spend their time meditating in these places. So when we also visit these places, literally, this will also create an impact on this. So, literally, the pilgrimage also plays a crucial role for reviving a Buddhist culture. So, culture, especially as we know, the land of India, land of Maharashtra, has a lot of relics of the Arhant monks or the teachers who have meditated in the caves, isolated area, and had taken the teachings of Buddha from the 6th century BCE to almost to 12th century Common Era, such a span of time of almost 1700 years where the Buddhist doctrine was flourishing across the land of India. And this is the time where it has to be revived with the aspect of walking on the pilgrimage, not only to Majjim Desha, but also to the within the area, the boundaries of the country, such as Maharashtra, Gujarat, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, because these pockets of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, they are the pockets where have a lot of aspects of culture, especially on the pilgrimage. So now the third aspect is about Vesak, how to celebrate Vesak. Because how to celebrate a Vesak or how to celebrate a Purnima, when we know, when we see in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, after the dialogue happening between Buddha and the Bhante Ananda, so the Buddha says that through incense, through flower, through perfume, through circumambulation. So if this way we try to venerate, because the candle, the incense, the flowers, the scent, and the circumambulation not only shows that it is an object, but it connects to us. How candle, when the candle burns, it burns a raga dosa, but it provides a light toward dark, eradicates darkness. When we see incense, the incense provides uh, the fraga. So, so this way, it's how to venerate. So Vesak celebration, the important day of the Buddha's birth, Buddha's Bodhi, and the Buddha's Parinibbana. Similar way, every Purnima, every full moon day, gives slowly and gradually. And similar way, the Vesak celebration happening from the United Nations also emphasize the importance of Vesak. But it has to be followed, it has to be venerated, it has to be performed, it has to be done by everyone. Because that is the message which shows across the world of peace and harmony. So, how in today's time, from a smaller aspect to a larger aspect, how in India we are trying to revive the culture of Vesak celebration. We have not reached to that mark, but slowly and gradually we are trying to revive. And different organizations, Government of India, International Buddhist Confederation, or Department of Pali University Mumbai, other institution are trying to revive this culture in India. And this is the benchmark which has been set up. So if this way is applied to everyone across India, we can see slowly and gradually by different organizations, the Vesak celebration on a grander scale across India. Similar way, The Katina celebration, it's also an important aspect where the Upasaka gets an entry into the Sangha to understand the culture. So the Katina Chivaradana celebration, which has been started after the Buddhist land, or the Varsavasa, after almost 3 months of Varsavasa, of the Pavana ceremony, the Katina celebration has a unique chapter in the entire aspect of Buddhist culture, because Katina celebration gives an upper hand, gives has a mirror to see how the Sangha is flourishing and how we can partake in developing our merits or our paramita, and how we can provide the dana to the Sangha of the Bhikkhu and the Bhikkhuni, and try to develop the monastic education. So Katina is an important aspect where Upasaka has to play a crucial role for developing, and this kind of celebration is indeed a lifetime reviving the culture in Buddhism in India. So we see a different aspect, the Bodhi tree puja, the 28 Buddha puja, as we know, veneration of Buddhas of every time, veneration, because this leads to sustainability, environmental, because that tree has an important chapter in the entire history, because nature is associated with Buddha. It can be mountain, it can be tree, it can be river, it can be ocean, because even the environment is pure. So it means the Dhamma is getting pure. It's not only rectifying to the doctrine, but it has to be credit the nature, because Buddha's life is always linked to geography, that is the nature. Maybe a tree, maybe a forest, maybe a river, because that shows how Buddha's journey was coming with the help of nature. So sustainability of nature, that we have to protect the Bodhi tree, we have to protect the trees, sustainable, and this kind of celebration where we protect and we plant more trees on this kind of day as a gesture to the motherland. This can help us in reviving the Buddhist culture. Similar way, the students or the Upasika, or everyone uh, coming all together and meditating and getting the blessing of the Sangha, the four flow Sangha from all directions, and developing day by day. So literally the culture of celebration of Purnima and Vesak has an important chapter in the Indian history and also across the world, because we see Vesak celebration as the beginning of revival of culture. Now, the next aspect is relic veneration. So, how to venerate relics? So we know from the especially from the Mahaparinibbana Sutta only, after the Buddha's Parinibbana, the relics were divided into almost eight different components, but different kings wanted the relics, and the Drona, who received the bowl, which had all the relics, and the last one, the Maurya, the Piplavanna had come and they received the ashes or the embers, you can say. So relics are the living Buddha. So when we venerate the living Buddha directly with our mind, body, speech, and action, that is kaya, vacha, mana. So the relic veneration connects the Upasaka and Upasika to Buddha directly. So connection of relics veneration, and we today see the government of India trying to send the relics to across different countries like Thailand, Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Russia, from India. And every part of the country, relics has an important, because relic is indeed, you can see the living Buddha. So when we see a living Buddha, what our thought process goes across, how we see, how we perceive. So when we see a Buddha, how to venerate, that is an important chapter. And the relics veneration can be seen when we read Pali literature, when we understand Pali literature. And we are thankful to countries like Myanmar, countries like Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, who have kept this tradition going for a longer period of time. And this tradition is coming back to India with the help of this from our Asian neighboring countries because of them. Because we know the first one, when they met Buddha, the only two people who bowed to taken refuge in Buddha and Dhamma only, with the help of the six strands of hair, moved to Myanmar, and today we see the Shwegaran Pagoda there, which still has the authenticity of relics taken from India to that country, in the land of Swarna Bhumi. So the importance of relic, and we see relics veneration not only in the stupa, in the Chettegara, in the Vihara, but also in the art and architecture. How important aspect of relic veneration by various kings such as Emperor Ashoka, Gautamiputra Satkarni from the Satana dynasty, from the Emperor Kanishka from Kanishka, from the dynasty of Kanishka. Similar way from the Western Kshatrap, similar way from King Menander from the Sangol. So every kings have given importance to regeneration. So in our year also, in to our department, University of Mumbai, we also move with this kind of relic veneration because this is a connectivity getting together. How important is relic veneration? So being a part of this kind of tradition helps to revive the culture in India because these are the aspect which has to revive. Without this, only if the relics are kept in the museum or kept and if they're not been venerated, so the importance is goes away. So now government of India also taken a stand and they are also trying to propagate relic veneration. I also got opportunity to visit different countries like Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Thailand, Nepal, to venerate the relics. It's an important aspect in the journey of revival of Buddhism in India. So, and this kind of relic veneration, that is the platform where all the upasaka and upas come together, but to decorate and give a grand uh, theme of veneration, and when everyone come and gets a glimpse of relic veneration. So this is an important aspect for reviving Buddhism in India. Because every relic has some message for the humanity. It can be relics of Buddha, it can be relics of Sariputta, Moggallana, or the Arhantas, or the masters, because they have embodied the Buddha Dhamma within themselves and liberated from the life of samsara. So, opportunity for Upasaka and Upasaka to meditate there and see within, not outside. As when we see, when we go on a pilgrimage also, it's not the outer pilgrimage, it is more important, it's the inner pilgrimage. Similar way, when venerate the relics, it means that we are seeing within ourselves what what wrong we have done, and now we have to transform into good. What bad we have done, transform into good, and what false we have done, turn into true. So we have to purify from within. When we do relic veneration, it's not only bowing to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, but to bowing to our all wrong deeds and developing the good deeds within ourselves. So this leads to cultured Buddhists. Similar way. Now, an important aspect is from where we should learn this about monastic education, about Chaitya pilgrimage, about full moon day, Vesak celebration, or relic veneration. So this only comes when we are focusing on the Pali language and the literature, because the literature can be Tipitaka as a whole, canonical, the non-canonical, the Atthakatha, the Anutika, the Tika or Tika Anutika. Similar way, lot of new books, new finding, new research coming to picture. Similar way, rereading the Brahmins inscriptions or the scripts across the edicts. So for this, if, if the individual takes initiative in learning Pali language, certainly he will be on the right path of understanding the Buddhist culture, directly interacting with Buddha, because the doctrine of the Pali is directly from the words of the Buddha. So we should be thankful. I should be thankful to the government of India in the month of October, means almost a year, about a year, 2024, where Government of India has given the classical language status to Pali, which was an important chapter in the entire history to revive the culture directly from the language. So we are fortunate, and we should be. I'm already thankful that Government of India has given a classical language status, which has a journey of almost 2,600 years. So every individual who wants to know the culture directly, face to face, he or she, maybe a bhikkhu or a bhikkhuni or upasaka and upasika, has to learn Pali, Bhasa, and the literature. What the Buddha has said, as we know from the Pali language, the Buddha has has an upaya kaushalya, has a teacher, has a satta, has an acharya, can send out every message or has every answer of today's time. Any student from maybe a background from a doctor, maybe a lawyer, maybe an engineer, maybe a teacher, maybe a military aspect, or maybe a politician, he or she can get every answer which is kept inside the Tripitaka. So if he or she learns or gets the touch of the Buddha word, literally his life will transform. And that's part of culture to revive in India. So every different aspects where students from any age background can learn without, and there is no discrimination of gender, no caste, no creed, no religion. Everyone can come to learn Pi language, because Pi language has the answers of the people from every society, from every folk of society across the generation, from children to an adult to an older, or from a king to the lower people. Everyone has an answer directly found in the Pi language. Because when we see the Sangha was comprising from all the society level. It can be the merchant, it can be noblemen, it can be trader, it can be kings, it can be queen, it can be prince, it can be princess, it can be a potter, it can be a farmer, it can be a charioteer, it can be a sweeper. Everyone has come into contact with Buddha in that period of time in the land of Majjum Desha, and they have interacted. So we have a dialogue and debate of King Menander and Bhante Nagasena of the Mirimpaya. What is the teacher? What is the student? How to be an acharya? How to be an antevasika? So such kind of teaching are directly given to us from the Tipitaka. So when we understand Tipitaka in the purest form from the Pali language, we are touching the Buddha's doctrine face to face directly. So similar way, it's not only language, it's also literature, it's also script. So different scripts of Ashokan inscriptions, or it can be of any inscription from Ashokan to Satavahana to Gupta, different inscription across the Indian continent, but across the Asian continent, we have different scripts, different manuscripts. So this every manuscript has the answer in the Pali language on the Tipitaka. So when we understand the Tipitaka very well, we are connecting to the inscription, connecting to manuscripts, and that are the missing link, that we have to learn the Pali language and literature and try to propagate across Asia, especially in India, that everyone come into picture to learn it and get the most out of it. Now, after learning everything, now this is the end of it. That is the practice. When we learn language, so we try to feed the thought within our mind. And that word like metta, the karuna, the mudita, the upeka, the paramita, the anicca, dukkha, anatta, nibbana, the panchasila, then the saddha, khanti, metta. So these words are not only to read, it has to be applied. So the application time is about basic meditation. When we meditate, so we know it can be meditation of vipassana meditation, metta meditation, samatha vipassana meditation, forest meditation, meditation guidance from everyone. So meditation practice is developing for every student, in school, in colleges, in university, in offices, in military, because meditation tries to give a right direction that how, if when our mind is calm and neutral, we can develop the thinking very diligently. We can understand the teaching very effectively. So meditation is a key point when we want to open the lock. So the practice of meditation works as a key to open the lock of our samsara, coming out of samsara. So we have to practice meditation effectively in understanding. And this kind of meditation will literally revive the Buddhism. So the revival of Buddhism, we have to give credit to Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, known as Dr. Vasa Ambedkar, who have revived the Buddhism from the land of Nagpur on 14th October 1956. It's just one day ago. Today's 15th. So I'm fortunate that on next day I'm trying to speak on the topic, because this topic was already spoken by Dr. Vasa Ambedkar in the year 1956, when he had given the teaching to the masses of more than almost around 8 lakhs, more than 5 lakh you can see, but on from 14, 15, 16, in the land of Nagpur and Chandrapur, where he tried to say that the only reason to be a cultured Buddhist or to revive in the land of Asia, it's only through Buddhist doctrine. And this is the place known as Diksha Bhumi, where Baba Sahib Ambedkar had already given the teaching from his teacher, U. Chandramani Bhante, and spread the teaching across the land of Maharashtra, and the teachings has spread across the India. So revival of Buddhism, especially a chapter which is important and is effective, as we can see as myself, that I also, with help of revival of Buddhism, I'm here to speak here, able to learn Pali, able to walk on the pilgrimage, able to get into monastic education, able to venerate relics properly. It's all because of revival of Buddhism from the land of Nagpur, the guidance of Dr. Bas Ambedkar. And this is the place, the resting place of Dr. Bas Ambedkar, where he's on almost on 6th December 1956, he uh, he had his last breath. So the chapter of revival of Buddhism starts in India only through Maharashtra, because Maharashtra has a land of more than 1,500 plus Buddhist rock cut architecture. If you come across a number, it can be around 1,200, but it has increased by new findings, because this was the land where a lot of monks were staying, meditating, a lot of nuns were staying and meditating. Merchants were coming and developing the art, the architecture, the Lena, obviously Leni, ornamental, when we have example like Ajanta, Ellora, Kaneri, Junnar, lot Thanale, lot of places which has a magnificent Buddhist rock cut site such as stupa. The first stupa in the time of Buddha has been already been in Maharashtra, known as Sopara stupa, where his bowl fragments had already reached the land of Maharashtra. And similar way, a lot of Buddhist relics already reached to Maharashtra. So here, revival of Buddhism is not completed in India without help of Maharashtra. So here I stop. I'm fortunate enough that you have given me an opportunity to speak on this important subject of revival of Buddhism. So the culture, it's only when we understand the culture with help of Pali language literature, the monastic education, the Vesak celebration, the Purnima celebration, the relic veneration, and the effective pilgrimage. So this will lead to, and the mindfulness practice will certainly lead to revival of Buddhism in India. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, speaker. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
Isha.
Mr. Rahul,
Mr.
for
Rahul.
your
Thank you so
wonderfully
much,
illuminating, rich,
Mr. Rahul.
thought-provoking
Thank you so much.
presentation here. You have masterfully bridged the war of Pali scholarship with the living culture of Buddhism today. you're giving us a profound vision of how culture as the very one in which the Bodhi tree or Dhamma can flourish. Once again, we have all certainly received much food for thought. And now we will now open the floor for the Q&A session, question and answer session. Okay, now I would like to invite our audience to put forward their question. Thank you very much. If anyone want to discuss or ask question.
Yeah, yes, Popo, if I'm not offended, shall
Yeah.
I start
Yes,
one
Samayi.
question for Mr. Speaker?
Welcome, Samayi.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Speaker, for your extensive measures taking awareness, cultural awareness, and revival of culture, Buddhism in India. My question here is, it's not really a question, but do you have any targeted audience when you are taking all these measures? Do you include any younger generation attracting to Buddhism or?
Yes. So the audience as present, we are focusing in Maharashtra only. And the audience is from every age background.
I see.
When you see the photographs, it's not only the young generation, but it's for every background and everyone. But I focus always on the young generation. When the young generation gets the culture at the right age, the right time from his family. So first we have to not touch the younger age, we have to touch is her family members first. When they understand, when the parents understand the culture, then they try to get their daughter and son to this culture. So we are focusing first on the parents right now
Right.
because
Yeah,
they are able to come and learn Pali because
I see.
they have worked, they have knowledge, they have degree. So when they learn Pali language literature, when they understand where we were wrong and what we have to do right now, when they try to follow, then they take their children's also together. Because when they go to the young generation, they won't listen. It's only because
Yeah,
parents can try to inform them what is important.
yeah,
So
that's true. Yeah, it's very sensible approach, Mr. Professor, because here in Myanmar recently, now that we have all these social political situations, a lot of younger generation started, putting a lot of question marks on the Buddhism and religion and all these stuff. So it's very much sensible. You are giving the responsibility to the parents' generation. Yeah, it's very sensible. Yeah, thank you, yeah, Professor.
because parents are the bridge. If we don't take parents into consideration, we can't reach towards the Buddha Dhamma and Sangha. When the parents understand the importance of culture, and if that culture will transform their life, then they'll take their students, take their children together in the journey.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's great. You also balance with practical learning Pali and meditation stuff because believing and practicing, I think they should be going all together. So thank you. It's really interesting, useful presentation for us. Thank you, Professor.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul Rai. Very interesting presentation
Thank you,
and
Bante.
informative. Yeah, you're trying to propagate Buddhism again in India. I really appreciate that.
Yes,
In
we have
such a
because I
talk
have to
now you
be
did.
as an ambassador. I don't want to be. I will have to be a cultural ambassador. So cultural ambassador happens
Okay.
only when if I have gone through that, if I have dived within the ocean of the culture of Buddha. If I don't dive into the culture of Buddha, then how will I see? So somewhere I started on
Okay.
everything I've started upon on myself. The onus is on myself right now.
Hmm. Hmm. So I want to know, such a presentation just now you take is where you do in only university or in
Yes.
other society?
We are doing in the Department of Pali University of Mumbai and also
Mm,
within the area of Maharashtra.
Maharashtra, the area.
Yeah,
And
but it
what
is
kinds of
mostly,
place you go?
but 70% is within the university only, in the department, Because department is the
So
place where people are able to come and connect with the Pali language.
that's, you mean only the university student,
Yes,
the area.
see, so if someone wants to understand, he has to be a student first. He has to be Antevasika.
Mm,
Because
okay.
when we give culture free, they won't take it. Will throw away.
Oh.
Because
Mm,
we know how culture has been demolished in period of time. When they learn, when they practice as a student of any age, then they will take it diligently and slowly and gradually.
mm.
If we go and try to ponder them the culture, they won't accept.
Okay, that's
And we
great.
have to show the culture with the Pipitaka, with the Buddha word, not from our word. Means
Mm,
we are only showing, but with the help of Buddha. We go and search the Tipitaka, what Buddha has said about it, and then when they rectify it, then they practice. We are the medium.
mm. So you just teach him the culture in the university. As for Buddhists, as for lay people, in Myanmar, the lay people used to have the one like a family temple. They used to go every month or once a month or once a week, and they used to do some activity, the religious activity. So I wanna know in India, as for lay people, as for Buddhists, do you have such a custom, such a
Yes,
culture?
yes.
Do you have?
In India, we have vihara. Every vihara is there built
Um,
in every society where the Buddhist
mm,
community are staying. And every on Sunday they
mm,
come together. They do recite the Panchasila, the Attasila, and they try to nowadays every vihara are trying to give opportunity for Varsavasa also, where monks and nuns are trying to stay in the vihara and where the monks and help try to propagate the teaching by reading the Tipitaka or the books directly. And this is happening in the land of Nagpur, as I mentioned to you, because from where the revival has started first.
mm. The Mumbai area, every
From
the
especially
whole.
In Nagpur, the place where the revival of Buddhism in 1956 was taken place.
Mm,
It's also in Maharashtra only. So Maharashtra has a huge number of Buddhists in India.
okay. So the monk and nuns are Indian people too. I'm
Yes,
from. Oh, that's great. So many viharas now appear in India,
yes.
Maharaja.
Many viharas are built by laity, built by government and everyone to propagate the teaching right now,
Mm. So
especially for meditation practices, especially for learning practices this way.
mm. The Maharajas is America area. Mm. Okay. If there's some more novice or none,
Yes,
I mean, some monk young age they become gradually from the novice to the monk, or just they become monk after their old age.
no. This is where we are. This is where it's a lacking point in monastic education. So that is what I
Mm.
need. I said to you that to revive Buddhism in India, we need proper samyara training. So at least 7 years, he understand the basic teaching and then get higher ordination.
Mm.
This is where it is lacking here. So that is
Mm.
why I had to go to Thailand to get
Okay.
ordained as a bhikkhu and understand first. Because
Okay.
before that, I also was a Samnera in uh, Bodhi Society of Bangalore.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bangalore.
so that's the step. Whatever I say right now is first I've tried myself. Without trying myself, I can't say anything here on this platform, any platform.
That is. I appreciate it. So you cooperate with the Dhammakaya missionary team?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how they how they cooperate in India?
No, right now they are not operational here much. Not operational much right now.
No.
They're operational.
Then you have to go to Thailand
Thailand, yes,
and you
not in India.
get training and you come back India, you have to run your way.
Correct, yeah. I know. Yes.
Okay. Appreciate and wish you be successful.
Thank you, Ante.
Okay. Any other question? Comment from the audience? Please raise your hand. Mhm.
Is there anyone want to ask the question?
Yes.
We have a great score in here. It's a great chance. Yeah. Oh, Chiluk. Venerable. Hello, teacher.
Ante, Ante.
I ask you one question. Do you know Guruji Goenga?
Yes,
you know?
yes,
Yes?
yes.
He said, very interested what? Last year ago, at the United States, United States UN conference, he said, I don't wish to combat people from one organized religion to another. I have no interest in any of these. Do you have here this word?
Yes, sorry, say.
Yeah. I think how do you see Myanmar Buddhist culture, India culture different?
Okay, different, yeah. Yeah, as to see different aspect in Myanmar culture and the Indian culture. So I already said we have to take lot of culture values from a neighboring Asian country, especially Myanmar. As I mentioned in my talk, that Tapaswan Bhallik who had been there in Myanmar with the six hair strand, and now the Shagaran Pagoda is built there, or the land of pagoda in Myanmar, because they have kept the culture sustained. So we have to take something back from them also. It's a time that Myanmar has already given to last lot of things like meditation practice, and how every person from his family gets ordained in his lifetime. So this that important things we as an Indian also have to inculcate in our family also, that we as one person from a family get ordained for a shorter time, learn something, and get develop his family and support the Sangha. Similar way, how they have protected the culture in Myanmar, we also have to protect our culture, especially the Buddhist sites across India. Because today we see a lot of Buddhist sites in India have been destroyed or has been vanished. But similar way in Myanmar, every any part of the stupa is fallen also, it has been replaced by the community together. But here it's getting vanished, but day in day out. It's only because the help of the British archaeologist, it has survived here. Or today we would have not seen the Bodh Gaya temple or the Sarnath or Kushinara if they had not been there to excavate these sites. So now it is the onus on the India government and to us as a laity that we have to protect our ancient heritage. And somewhere we have to take a stand. This can only be done when we uh, develop the ability or the clarity within the Upasaka and Upasika. That this heritage is not only for a particular community, but this is heritage of the entire world. Buddha is not for one person, it is for the entire world. It's the light of Asia. So his doctrine has to be protected. and we have as an ambassador, we as a protector, protected in a right manner, in a right approach.
Next one question. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now. I live in Thailand Mahachulalongkorn University. I'm a PhD student. How do you see Myanmar culture and Thailand culture? Which is more interested?
Oh, Thailand I have not been to Myanmar, but I have been practicing Vipassana earlier also
Yeah.
in the Vipassana Goya Guruji tradition. And similar way, I had an opportunity to be in Thailand as an ordained bhikkhu there. And I had been to Chulalongkorn Raja Mahavidyalaya University also, met the HOD of the Department of Buddhism there. He's a Sri Lankan HOD, Sri Lankan monk who is head of department there right now. I had been there to the department. So seeing both different culture, Thailand and Myanmar, Thailand has been advanced because of the government support, especially from the kings or the princes or the queen. Similar way, the Myanmar has not received that support. If the support is given by the government, so Myanmar has lot of, as I said, bagan, or we say pagan or the pagoda. There are a lot of things to see in Myanmar because a lot of acharya or sayadaws, right? We say sayadaws, the teachers who have taught across the world. Myanmar was the one who was still propagating the teachings across the world. A lot of teachers, when we see Sri Lanka, when Sri Lanka was in a downfall, it was Myanmar who had sent his missionaries to Sri Lanka to propagate or revive the teachings in the land. It's like a two-way connection with Sri Lanka and Myanmar, and or we can say Thailand. And somewhere Thailand also needed some benefit about Sangha. Myanmar was the one who was trying to propagate there. So Myanmar was the benchmark, but in today's time it has been changed. But as an Indian, we have to get everything from any country, whichever is good. If from Thailand, we can get a lot of understanding, similar way of this for meditation from Abhidhamma from the Myanmar, understanding about the different tradition, about culture from Thailand. India is a land of getting anything from everywhere and try to implement according to the needs of the people here.
Mm.
Thank you, teacher. I'm interested in India culture. India is a very beautiful country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not only beautifully, but also a great empire in India.
Yes.
When
Yes.
we see
Yeah, it's a great empire.
Yeah, great empire like Ashoka Empire.
Okay. Pandey sir, unmute yourself.
Hello, Mr. Rahul.
Mundai
Thank you
Bante.
for your presentation. Thank you for your presentation. Maybe I missed some point of your presentation because I am today I'm busy. I can't get your entire presentation. Please forgive me, right? So my question may not be concerning with your presentation. I wonder, and also I always think about that. Indian population is over 100 billion, right? Billion, right?
130. 130.
130. I can't believe that your population. But even though in this population, we know to be famous singer, to be famous writer, to be mostly to be famous actor like Shah Rukh Khan, Amar Khan, yeah. They are, we can't believe that in this population, they are, out of the bounds, and they became famous over these over 100 and one this population. So how Indian people talk about that? You are lucky or something, right? In Myanmar, we used to say, "Oh, you pass exam. Oh, you are very lucky." And you are in our village, you are the most luckiest person because you became a singer or famous or footballer or movie actor, right? In Indian culture, in how Indian people say in this occasion, you are lucky or you are a blessing. You got a blessing by something by God, right? What do you used to
See,
say? These people.
for this, a simple answer is that getting born in India itself is a bliss. Is a bliss.
Okay.
Getting fame is a different story altogether. It depends upon effort. But getting a
Yeah.
birth in India, because the land where the Buddha had walked his almost 45 years of span of time, people whenever I meet any people across outside foreigners coming to India, they said you are blissful that you are born in India. Because when we say we have to go to abroad country and settle there, but they say no, you are blessed that you're born in India because there is the place where all the Buddhas are born.
Mhm.
And getting as an
Interesting.
actor, getting as a fame, as a cricketer, that's a different, because that is upon his skill, abilities. But see, any
Mhm.
country, when they see India, it is not has the personality. They see as the Buddha, the land of, you're coming from the land of Buddha, they say. So Buddha is the pictorial form, or Buddha is an ambassador across the world. Without Buddha, India cannot be named. Because if you want to name India, Buddha has to be there in that thing.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Interesting. Yeah.
So
By
I
the
hope
way,
everything is done.
I have a question of
Yes,
speaker.
see.
Yeah, you mentioned about on your profile, you can speak four languages: English, Hindi, Marathi, and Pali. Mandarin. What is Marathis? I don't know.
The Marathi is the regional language of Maharashtra,
Uh,
the local dialect of our region.
mm,
How English is it's a language which is known by everyone. Hindi is a language which has been spoken across the India, and Marathi is a language within the boundary of Maharashtra.
uh,
Local dialect, regional dialect, and national dialect. We say.
yeah,
I
thank you.
understand.
Thank you.
So now today, we Myanmar people, Myanmar money, Myanmar monk, go to India, attend the university. At the time, how do you think? I'd like to know your opinion. Most of the Myanmar monk, they go to India, attending the India University.
Yes, I was fortunate enough to learn Abhidhamma from the monks of uh, Myanmar, like Ashin Kushala,
Oh,
then Ashin Chandima Bante. Uh, so I probably these two monks were there who had taught me when I was studying my master's program, and they were there who were teaching us online, and they had been doing the PhD program in Pune or Mumbai also. So I had a good time with them.
how do you think the difference between study Buddhism
Uh,
and between
Studying
Myanmar
Buddhism,
and India?
in Myanmar has already because every monk has to learn the Tipitaka or by heart the Tipitaka at the initial stage. But it is not here in India. It is only about practical.
Yeah.
It's not about theory. It's only practical. Because as you say in Myanmar, it's theory. First, you have to go through all the theory first. But in prayer, as per the need, if someone wants to do meditation, he'll directly go for meditation. If he wants to go for pilgrimage, he'll only go to a pilgrimage. If he only wants to learn Pali, he'll only go to learn Pali. It is not from the initial stage. But in Myanmar, it's like step by step.
Oh, yeah.
But the goal is same. Because if I see if I say about my journey coming into here and to learn Pali is because I was traveling India across first for almost 2 years, seeing the Buddhist sites first. So when I saw the Buddhist site, I felt the urge to learn that why they have been built and where the answer is leading them. So then I came to Pali.
Yeah.
So you study the university when you finish high school student, high school
Yes,
level.
yes,
So can you read Pali commentary, commentary yourself?
yes. I can read. I can read.
Okay. How long how long did you study for Pali language in order to
Pali, I learned for 4 years.
4 year? Now every commentary, commentary you can read
Yes.
mostly. Okay, wonderful. 4 year.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
wonderful. For Myanmar, for Myanmar people, Myanmar monk, even though we study 4 year, 5 year, we cannot write as well.
Over 10 year, I cannot read thoroughly.
I cannot read,
Yes,
cannot write.
yes, yes.
I cannot write the paragraph,
It-
Pali sentences. Really.
Okay. From the audience, any comment or any question?
Yeah.
You are welcome. Please, please.
Whenever Nyana, you want to
Now,
say something?
that our related because of past karma we meet online, right?
Yes, yes. From India, we are meeting all people from Myanmar, all everyone. Something's connected at some place of time.
Luckily, you met the Myanmar Sayadaw, Myanmar student monk, and you got benefit from that, right?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. Okay, whenever teacher that you want to ask.
Mr. Rao, have you typed? I want to ask a question.
Well,
Can I? Could you please? Could you I?
Please. Pandeyana, later,
Have you typed?
please.
Okay, you can.
Okay.
Okay,
XX.
okay, Pandeyana, you can. You can ask question.
Okay, Mr. Rao,
Yes,
are you
Bhante.
teacher? University teacher?
Yes,
So you
yes, yes.
told us Dana, Sila, Metta, you told you teach diagram of doctrine of the Buddhisa Samubhasa, you teach.
Patissamuppada.
Understand?
Yeah, Patissamuppada, the 12,
It is
yes, but
Avajja, Pachya, Sankara. It
Pachya
is very,
Sankara Pachya, Vinyana Pachya, Nama Rupa, right?
yeah. This is important.
Okay.
I think.
Great,
Avajja,
great, great.
Avajja mean ignorant. Yeah, this is
Avajja
our psyche,
Yes, yes, yes.
our life. This is a reincarnation, the
Coming,
long
cycle.
samsara, right? So every Buddhism need to understand this diagram. This diagram
right.
diagram of the doctrine of Buddhisa Samubhasa. Avajja Pisya, Sankhara Pisya, Vijnana, dependent on Avajja. What the
Avijja.
Avajja mean ignorant.
Ignorance.
Ignorant. Yeah. Sankhara mean condition. Avajja Pisya, Sankhara Pisya, Vijnana mean is consciousness. Right?
Consciousness.
Yeah. Vijnana Pisya, Nama Rupa mean is mind and matter.
Mind matter.
Right? This is around arising and
Roles.
passing away.
Pandeyana, what do you want to ask? What do you want to ask? Please go to the point. When they go to the point, because
and Jadi Jara Marana, all this and that. This is a
Birth
science.
and death. Birth and death. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So much.
Okay. Thank you for the question, Pandit. Pandit Tejinda.
Okay. Mancha, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You talked about the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. And the Buddha also said to pay homage the birthplace and the alignment place and pathway place and the Mahatana. They are very famous. I also try to next year February to pay homage the place four places. See you at the
Sadhu,
time.
sadhu. Yes.
And the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, my favorite party in Imasame Dhamawini Ariyo Atinki Gomego, but Hamopokolo Ati. It means the noble apple part in our Buddha Sasana. They are noble apple part. We have area noble person. That's why I'm very interested in the noble apple part. And
Thank you, Magu.
yes, other name is Majima Badibra. That's your land is Majima Tisat.
Majjhima, middle
Yes,
path,
yes,
middle
yes,
path.
yes. Yeah, that's why you also talked about the meditation. It is also important. In our nowadays, our one most of country, they have extremism. The development of middle way, the development of noble diploma is, I think, in not increase, decrease a lot day by day. In one of my friends, he visit to the India. India is we should go there because of very very so this place is very nice to how do you think in your opinion concerned with the noble apple part in your daily life and in your thought, how important the noble apple part?
See, from the noble eightfold path is the only Sammaditthi is important. If
Yes.
Sammaditthi, the right view, or Samma means the perfect view. If perfect view is correct, then any action, if you work, if you study, if you be a monk, anything, it's the view which is important. How you perceive everything. If your view is it's Michhaditti, then everything falls out in place. The Sammaditthi is the one who controls the entire eightfold path. The rest you don't bother about other Samma Jiva, Samma Samadhi, Samma Kamanto. No, it's only the Sammaditthi which plays a crucial role. Because Sammaditthi has to be in every aspect. It should be also be in Samma Ajiva, should be also in Samma Kamanta, it should be also be in Sammaditthi, sorry, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. So Sammaditthi plays an important role.
Yes. I also think
Samadhi.
that thinking
Samadhi
power.
is right view.
Yes,
Right view is right view. That is important.
very important. Yes.
Yes.
I try to plot when I see it, when I hear every time.
Correct.
That's why
Awareness.
Sama
Mindfulness.
Sankappa.
awareness.
Sama Sankappa
Mindfulness.
is right thought.
Correct. Thank you.
That's why in our Buddhist, the logo of Buddhism, we made Noble Eightfold Path. Noble Eightfold Path is our Buddhism logo. Yes.
Symbol.
Sample. Yes. Sample. Yes. Very nice. And in your flag, in your nation flag, in your country, the logo, the symbol of the Batana.
Flag.
And flag Batana. Right? Yes. I also interest in most of them. They also most interest place the logo of Batana. Okay, thank you for your sharing. See you next year.
Yes, next year.
Okay.
So thank you everybody for a wonderful time.
You have any question? Or you want to any comment? Mr. Winslow?
Okay, don't hesitate. Please just get.
Okay, other participant? Is there someone want to discuss or comment? No, if no one, I want to ask Mr. Yahoo. Okay. You had Myanmar, no, Buddhist society in Mumbai, right? In India. You had your society is a large or small?
It's you can say almost around 7 lakhs is right now.
Okay, let it be. We had the later body, no? You had the later body who offer the Vihara monastery.
Yes, we have.
Later body offer support to the
Yes,
Vihara.
the laity is the
one-
one who supports the vihara, correct?
Okay. So in that donation, I want to know what is their perspective or their mindset on that. They prefer to offer the variant, like a variant the stupa, variant the monastery, or they prefer to the Sangha or to the young generation, Buddhist generation.
Presently here, the laity is trying to support the Bhikkhu Sangha and Bhikkhu Sangha by providing them the vihara to stay and vihara to teach to the laity. So it's right now it's in development stage, not on a larger scale, but development stage. So a lot of monks from across different region of India coming to Maharashtra and staying here and giving the doctrine. So the laity are supporting on a larger scale. Because they also want to be a part to develop the paramita.
Okay, paramita.
Yes.
How about the variant, the stupa, pagoda?
Not
They
not this
prefer
one.
to
No.
no. Okay.
It's only the vihara, not
Because
not the stupa.
in Myanmar
Vihara. Only vihara.
Vihara is necessary, for the prayer.
Yes.
The Sangha side.
Right. Because we already have the stupa across places. So there is no need of stupa here because we go to stupa to venerate directly. Not building any new ones. No.
Anymore. Okay. That's great. Okay. That's it. I am thinking about that. I am doing research. Because Myanmar people, some people, they prefer to offer paying the pagoda, paying the stupa.
No, not in India. No, here they only offer us vihara to recite and teach.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay, we had 5 minutes left. Any question? Any comment?
Anyone want to ask?
From the audience.
So I think so. Behind your there is a logo, right? Logo. Memento. Yeah.
Yes. Do you know my logo? The meaning of my logo?
Yeah. Tiratana. Is it the Bodhi tree or Tiratana? What is it?
That is my name.
Best question. Best question of the day. I like it.
He asks, is it lotus or something? The symbol. He asks symbol. It's a bit comment. A bit question.
Well,
I don't know.
Let them think for a week. Come on. Don't tell them. Let them think for a week. Homework. Answer will be next week.
Yeah. There's a quiz, Mr. Rahul.
Good quiz. Yeah.
Quiz, quiz.
Mr. Rahul, do you know
Yes.
Myanmar script? Myanmar script, Myanmar alphabet. Alphabet, you can understand my logo.
Yes, I
If
can
you don't know,
understand.
Oh, even I didn't know.
you don't know that. We
Yeah,
have
you never
here
told me
Venerable
about
Yasa
that.
also.
Amor is so nice, giving you the
Oh my.
clue. When I asked
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
he didn't give me any clues.
Yeah, no, like a tree. Yeah, like a tree. Is it
Now
Tawagu?
you got it?
No,
Now
I
you
can
got it?
imagine you are
Do you
local.
got it?
Good imagination.
Tawagu, I know.
Mr. Rahul, I also
Yes.
I want to pay suggestion for our Tawaku society before the talk or discussion. We should practice 5 minutes meditation or not. Okay, it is good or not?
Correct.
How about your class? Do you arrange to take 5 minute meditation? How about your classroom?
In year before the start of any lecture or anything, we first recite the Ratha Sutta, and then we meditate. We meditate 5-10 minutes, and then start up event or the program, anything or the class.
Okay. Also, I also agree with you. The pound out or the with that we also practice by 5 minutes before the one talk because as you suggest meditation is also very important.
Yes.
That's a good suggestion. I will consider. We had to apply.
Okay, but Venerable Dizena, by the way, if you will join every week,
Yeah,
we
if you
will
promise.
consider about this plan.
Yes,
You cannot be mistaken.
You will be as a meditation master.
Yes. Okay, I will join. Last week I had tomato special. That's why.
Oh, we have
Okay.
waiting for you.
Okay, Mr. Yahoo have anything to do. Okay, let's.
Thank you.
Okay. Is that all?
Okay, now we can.
Okay, tonight, especially, I would like to say thank you very much for our speaker, the most vulnerable, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, all participation here, everyone. I would like to say thank you very much for coming here, for giving your time. Yeah, lastly, we're going to conclude our program tonight. Okay, let's recite it. Buddha Sasana Sri together.
Buddha
Sasanam
Chiram Vedadu. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Vedadu. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Vedadu. Sadhu. Sadhu.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Namaste.